Hello, my dear Nobile, and welcome back to the manor. Today's stream is going to be a little weird. And by that I mean that I really need to get some writing done for my damn world that I keep putting off. Particularly getting all the gods written down better. Currently, they're just kind of dartboards of ideas, and I want to really get them properly hashed out. I don't know why that was up there, but there you go. I want to get them actually, like, so a player can pick it up and read it and be like, oh, I understand what this guy is talking about, rather than me just throwing a few general ideas at the on the page and then being like, that's the god, and then I have to actually talk to the player and properly explain it without just being able to hand him a piece of paper or a link. Hello, welcome. Yeah, Obsidian is you know, it's handy, but yeah, this is what I'm currently working with. First of all, I have to actually name these gods. I haven't opened this file in a long time. I've just been doing it with like my dome. We have 3 named, right? This one still needs to be named. Ignore that. Don't worry about that. We need to name that one. Oh, we have 4 named. Wait, did I forget one of my gods? No, this is Arctan. He's really popular with the players. This one I haven't named yet. Oh yeah, this one. I really need to flesh this guy out because he has nothing going for him as of currently. But the way I would usually get some kind of first name going is that I go to like just a Roman translator or something. Or let's do. My God, I've forgotten the language. Okay, Roman it is. Man. There's a specific website I keep using for this, but I keep forgetting to like write it down or anything, so I have to keep re-looking for it. Since I'm a little silly. Oh, the one I usually go for is Latin. I got the word Latin for a second there. Bit silly. You know what? I've gone halfway there because the gods are so in this world, the gods had a fight with elves are dead, they're extinct. And the elves that were alive prehistory were like the first creations of the gods. There was 3 of them because I have an evolutionary line as well set up. It's rough, but it does exist. So the prime elves are the ones that started to become actually like really powerful, almost to the degree that they could stand to the gods. So the gods said, nope, and had a massive war with them. Now, the specifics of it, there's like 6 different theories as to what exactly happened. Like, oh, did the elves try to usurp the gods? Did the gods just grow weary of them and decide to throw the first kill? Or, you know, the gods also split up in 2 groups now. Whom exactly was on the 2 groups is also discussed. And whether or not the gods, like this group of gods, told them the elves, went in, you know, like went behind their back and went like, hey, you know, the other gods, they're trying to kill you, so you better get a weapon going or something. But yes, there was a big old war, and 70% of the planet got wiped out. It's kind of like in the shape of like a star now. Like this, and then there's like a little black sun in the middle of it that is responsible for all the gravitational pull on the planet, because it's so hollow now at this point. And because they absolutely destroyed the planet and the planes, it used to be a 4D plane. By that I mean they were 4th dimensional creatures. Every single plane of existence was pretty much like laying on top of each other. And then when the Great Sunder happened, which is the war, all of them got like torn apart, and that's what now creates all the planes. Is just they used to be one, but they got torn apart. And because the gods did that, they are now too powerful to actually stand atop the the planet itself, because they would just simply destroy it with their presence. Also, I should have it on multi-stream. A single kobold. The kobold of legend. That is funny. I went with elves instead. Just because I got some inspiration from what's his face? R.R. Martin. Or is it the other R.R.? Lord of the Rings, that's the one I'm referring to. Societas. Sure, let's go with that. Okay. So this god, this particular one, is like a big fan of just having a society and protecting it. So that's what I'm gonna go for. I'm not just gonna drop Societas, but that is a thing to go off of. Let's go with something like Seclusus. Maybe. With all these other ones, I have like a very like Eastern sounding. I don't know if that is correct at all, but like a Bordine, Arkdan, Ishilengi. Actually, I changed this last part because I don't really like how it was pronounced. But I forgot what I changed it to, so that is a problem. But then we have Ignasis Alahad Mayum. So these all kind of sound, at least to me, I just made them up, and they sound kind of ish like something Eastern. There's Ileyopa the Harik in Kaliun. I'm reminding myself of what I actually named these gods, because the only ones that are currently in play are Arkdan and Ishke. So it's actually said that in universe, the worshippers, the clerics, don't actually bother writing down the full name unless they're really devoted to them. But yeah, let's name this one. I'll pull out some other things for that as well. Society. Oh yeah, I just wrote down a bunch of I looked at a bunch of different gods from actual mythology. I just started compiling a bunch of ideas together. So like this story here with Hermes is believed to be the inventor of racing and wrestling and of cross city big games like the Olympic Games and stuff like that. Wow. That's cool. He's got some Kratos blood in him, that boy. Okay, so society and... I mean, I could go with Olympus, for the Olympic Games. Well, I mean, that would just be Olympus, wouldn't it? For Latin. Yeah, good one. Oh, it would be Olympiae. Olympi. This I like, the IAE, I'm definitely gonna work that in. Because I love making my gods actually unpronounceable. And I cannot help myself but give them 3 names. Because it just sounds more official than 2. Or 1. You know what I mean? Let's go with another one. I mean, I could just go with Shepherd. Shepherd. Let's see what that brings up, huh? Shepherd in Latin. I also typically, I go with a bunch of different translators. Or a bunch of different languages, I mean. There's a lot of Somalian I did as well. But a lot of languages use a thing that I can't understand. Letters that I don't understand. Okay, apparently Shepherd crashed the website. I didn't like that very much at all. Did I misspell Shepherd? Yes. Okay. Perhaps we go with Pastorius. Seclusus. No, that sounds too similar. Ragdordne. That sounds solid. I do want to add some... I don't even know what it's called, but accents and stuff. I need to add some accents as well. Pastorius. Seclusus. This way. Seclusus Racdordany. I don't know how to put I don't know how to put that one the other way. Hold on. Let me just look up. No, not the downward dog. Downward accent. Oh. Yeah. Oh, the alt key. Oh. Type the alt code for that letter. Bro, what? Okay, that's not doing it. Why does every website need to have all my information, please? Let me just copy paste it like this, huh? Does that work? Okay, well it's capitalized, but here we are. I could have random capitalization, but I think that making this even more eccentric would be too much. Wait, how are they just slowly dying because their society is going in a wrong way? How's it day? I did have an inkling of an idea for tying gods to their worshippers, like there being some kind of an event where they can really tie themselves to each other, but only like the biggest worshippers get that privilege, right? And then there was one worshipper throughout time who was simply the strongest worshipper of any of the gods, or the strongest like cleric of them. Well, this one would be a paladin, and when he died, that was like a shock to the gods. But I don't know where to put that in the timeline because the gods are already like shook on their last leg. In terms of help, not sure. I need to actually properly write you. I did do that somewhere, didn't I? Oh, these are just like, this is a random massive list of like ideas that one of the gods might have. I do need to write this down on like a proper. Well, I do have the file. Let me whip that out. Oh, shit. That's not good for them, huh? Alright, nope, that's the wrong file. God. Trusty notepad, baby. Yeah, actually, I did have first the idea of not making them gendered at all, the gods, or just making them be able to take on any form. I guess that gets in terms of iconography. But I might change that because I do have them now. I thought up of a new god, which is two gods when they were much more naive. How the story goes. There's a bunch of stories here that are reminiscent of old Roman tales where they would go like, oh, like the one we just read where Hermes is apparently the progenitor of like Olympic games because he enjoyed athleticism, so he came down to the people and told them how to set up games. I have stories like that as well, and one of them is that the two gods, I was thinking of making an Arcadan and the one I just named, Seclusus. They wanted to, because they were a lot more naive, they wanted to actually live the life that a mortal would have. So what they did is they not inhabited bodies, but they created bodies for themselves that were completely mortal, and basically temporarily shed their godliness. They figured out what love is, fell in love with each other, and had a child. And then because Actually, I do have it written right here. Named Hruthyr. Because that's just my naming scheme. And then, because they were both mortal at the time, it is an actual mortal child. Technically a demigod because of his parentage, but he doesn't actually have any power of that kind. So, because Seclusus realized, like, oh, my child is going to die, she went around and talked every type of damage into a pact where they could not hurt her son, practically making him immortal, or invincible at least. And then she asked time itself to not affect her child, which did not work. But then she instead started to strike the senses from him every time that he was crying. So he could no longer feel like temperature, he couldn't feel hunger, couldn't feel anything like that anymore. And after time and time of this happening, he basically turned undead. Because even though time still was affecting him, he wouldn't simply not die. So now he is absolutely mad with, absolutely mad because he is basically a lich, the lich. Because the gods made him immortal but didn't do it properly. So now he's just suffering perpetually. But he is still alive. And that's the newest god that I thought of, Hruthyr. It's not the full story, but I don't want to turn this into a Google slideshow. I'm trying to actually get some work done. Gods. So we have Ibordne. Actually, I'll put like a big like that or something, so I know where they are. And that's why Arkdan hates the undead, because it reminds him of his son that he, failed because he didn't act. But I don't know if I have that written down here. No. Just said, oh no, he despises undeath. There we go. That was already there, so I was like, ooh, well, I'll make him the father then, because then that gives him a reason why he would hate undeath. Bunch of homebrew stuff. I mean, the way I kind of do this is just, ooh, interesting idea, let's plop it in the world, so... I mean, if you have some cool stuff or something that sounds similar to what I'm doing, by all means. Okay, we have Aegonas's Alahad. So is this kind of loud, the music? No, it's fine. Okay. Alahad. Oh, I should probably... They don't necessarily have symbols, but they have, like... Because in real life, all of the gods don't typically have a single symbol. They just, over time, they were often depicted as, etc. Like the Egyptian gods, the ancient Egyptian gods, changed a bunch, because ancient Egypt... long. So what I want to do is kind of like not have a single set symbol, but just like a few characteristics of visual clues that would make you think like, oh, that's probably him, or that's probably that god. So this guy is super analytical. Oh, didn't I give him the eye? Doing his own thing, being self-reliant. Oh, there is the winged sandals that I could give him. Or at least something similar. Because he's also kind of a traveler. Okay. Man, all of those kind of sound kind of cool. But I would particularly like to hear... Hey, hello. Welcome to the stream. How's it going, brother? I'd want to hear about the Darkborn and the Transmutees. So that sounds particularly cool. Okay. Marked sandals. Oh, actually, I mean, I have the power of the entire human history to my fingertips. So let's look up, like, Wikipedia. Gods of travelers. There you go. And then we can start Baal. In Phoenician mythology was armor god, Judge of Winter. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for like looks. No, I'm not. Hey, there's a place called Baal in Belgium. Crazy. Baal. I mean, that sounds cool. What is this? That is him? No. What is it? Oh, I need to stop translating. I don't like that. Tell it to me English, please. Oh, it's automatically taken to me, like to NL Wikipedia. Don't. Oh, Wikipedia. Baal. No, not Beelzebub. That's a different guy. Baal, disambiguation. Yeah, I assumed it was with the putting in there. I gotcha. How's it been going, man? Baal. Looking for the god. Okay, listen. You know what? I'll look for one of the other ones. Tibetan gods. What? She's often depicted by being surrounded by 20 emanations of herself, while riding on the back of a queen bee. What? Offered her smoke and torma. What's that? What's torma? Oh, sculptures. Okay. Interesting. Ooh. I will probably take that into consideration. There is a few, like, there's a few races. I need a lot of, not evil, dark races. Or, like, races that stick to the darkness. And I'm gonna be doing, like, some kind of a festival for all the races that live in dark. Like the, like vampires, for example. Which isn't really a race, but, you know. And then, like, the dark version of the dwarves, I forget what they're called, the dark elves as well. Like, whenever the sun gets blotted out by one of the 4 moons that this world has, it will be like a big deal where every single race across the world has a massive party because, you know, they can go outside for once during the daytime. Oh, I know Izanagi. It is kind of cool. Shimata no Kami. Do me a favor. Thank you, Wikipedia. Oh, wow. Yeah, a lot of gods have like no info about them. Different boundaries. The guy that I have is turning less into a travel god and more of a, like, tinkerer god. Tinkerers. Well, not like actual. Or not like a D&D, but ooh, Ptah. I'm sure I've already looked at Ptah, though. Time. Blacksmith and tree. Ooh. Ikenga. Look at this little lad. Look at him! Strength of Majesty is a horned god. Oh, he's like Mikael? Mostly maintain. Okay. Okay. Actually, I did have a bit of a similar idea to that, or at least when you said transmutees, I figured that it was some kind of a transmutation magic that had happened to them. Funnily enough, I have a very similar character whom is not a god or not a dragon himself, but has taken the power of dragons and like transformed himself into like a disgusting draconic freak, which is actually the BBEG of the campaign as well. That's kind of cool. That I have to plot out so many more races on the evolutionary chart. It's gonna be kind of eccentric. But that could be the backstory for like Dragonkin or Dragonborns, the non-Skyrim kind. I guess. And holds. Let's say like a human. Oh no, that's not what I meant. I meant like I need more info because I need more in between races to happen. So transmutees could be like normal human or dwarf or whatever. Then something happened to where they were transformed. A lot of them were transformed, and then they started having children, which became the race of like half dragonborn or transmutees. And then they eventually evolved into to be much more draconic, and then now are known as dragonborn. Like thousands, millions of years later. Old human. So I did not mean for you to shut up, sir. A human endeavor. Material. And any or in any form, or no matter how complex. That's still not to speak of his physical thing. Darkborn, maybe. Kind of depends on how specific I get, how soon. Because right now I'm still working on a lot of like the overarching stuff. So things of like, I have big swathing ideas, but I haven't yet to like grab an idea and set it like, oh, in this city in particular, on this map, on the thing. Because my current map is that. It's not very it's not very complete. It's the planet, a big tree, one massive city, which is like the world city, and then Erduin, which is just like the starting city that that the campaign started in. It's not coming along very well. Actually, I could just say he holds a hammer. Like you know, it's kind of cooler that he uses like his hand to do it. What? Why is that? Okay. Never-ending spirit, we'll say like. How complex? Okay, let me actually write down this stuff properly. Darkborn were the That is actually kind of cool. The part where they don't allow you to leave because they don't want you to tell anybody about them. That's kind of interesting. I might use that somewhere, assuming I remember it. Depicted as the most disconnect. God. Nearly standoff. Yeah, that's a weird thing to type. Standoffish. Nope, that's too intense. I really should not have padded out my my song list with so many weird songs, but here we are. Or boom. Physical travel, or through his own spiritual growth. As in hobbies, I mean by that. This is this guy is actually in the world. The players don't know that. Shush. Because he is the only one who's capable of rendering himself so weak, I guess, quote unquote. But he is the only one who traveled between all the realms on the regular after they were separated. So he knows how to like properly funnel himself into the world in a way that doesn't destroy it. And he's a blacksmith, whom the party actually interacts with all the time. Goes by the name of Medahan in the actual game. That's why I'm putting this spiritual growth here, because he's the only one of the gods who says, all this god stuff, don't care. I'm just gonna work on stuff I enjoy. Like the godly dragons. I have something similar, actually. They're more like primordial dragons, but similar. There are small parts of the world where some of the other planes, they don't bleed through, but it's where they were connected, and like a small part is still left over from the other plane. When they got separated, it wasn't a clean break in between them. And there's 4 that I just thought of, like the fire, water, earth, and air plane. I don't know if those all exist, but I know fire does. And there are pretty much dragons, 4 dragons, 1 at each place, that are as big as islands themselves, that are as big as mountains themselves, that are literally have just over time become part with nature, that are like actually titanically sized, which are the guardians of those places, and they are there to uphold the little fickle balance that this world still has left. I'm just saying. Holy Dragon of Extinction and Renewal. That's cool. Probably would want a god of renewal of some kind. There's no need to shut up. I'm just, I'm just saying. It is good to remind me of all the things that I've already written, because I've had a bunch of ideas like that I just like scatterbrained and shot onto a piece of paper. That sounded weird, but that I've just written down on a piece of paper and then never done anything with. Because I'm a silly lad. Not depicted as a chore. Almost sage-like. Present. Is that how you spell presence? Let's find out. presence. No, it's not. I knew it wasn't. Oh, wait. That's how you spell it? What? My word is presence. No, it's pronounced that. Oh, Jesus Christ, whatever. It's good enough. What do I care? Sure, somebody could read that and go, that's what that means. Okay. A sage-like presence. YouTube. Parents. Interest in typical roles. Craft. Depicted as a childish shirking is got the responsibility. All right. Yeah, I had originally written him as an analytical god, but I'll keep that for what's his face? The Harik. Oh no, Ishke. No? Oh. Okay, this is very scatterbrained. Old file. Thank God none of the players have asked about these characters specifically. I'd be in some trouble. It's free will of the gods. Most close. Spends the most time amongst portals. Glory of craft. Creation. Self-reliance when traveling. Especially in day-to-day life. So. Okay, yeah. Jesus, my chest. Oh. Numbers of shepherds. Okay. Favored by many. Partake. Farming. I might want to take this, provide safe passage for lost souls to the afterlife. I might want to take that and put that under Alahad instead. Sounds more like him. With his whole traveling nature. If women who taken farming is visage litters the roads, particularly amongst smaller villages, thrive on trade and harvest. Statues featuring him. Typically and some the other. There we go. I want to make this guy kind of a, not a hippie, but like somebody who's not chill with authority in general, as a direct clash with Arcadan, who's pretty much the opposite. Arcadan would pretty much say, just like, do what I tell you when I tell you to do it, and you'll be fine. But he's telling the opposite. Just for authority. Governments, large cities reek ill intent to him. Yeah, I'm pretty much repeating like millions of little things here. Okay, so that's his authority issues. And then I also wrote down, like, he was excellent in all tricks. Excellent in all the tricks because he practices a life of self-improvement. What the? Like, excellent in all the tricks. The tricks of what? You may become a what's it called? May become a jack of all trades. Jesus, jack of all trades, capable of handling anything by yourself. Never forgets to seek out challenges. Own yourself. Okay. There we go. I think that is him done for at least a second. Arctan has so much to him. The stories is kind of similar. Or Seclusus, I should say. I should get used to the like the middle names because that's the one we all use for the gods. This one. Other. Which go like summer games. Into efforts to foster stronger connection between surrounding villages. Sense community. Bring forth a stronger, well, community, I guess. Community. More of a rustic god. A lot of partying with this one. Let me put this more specific. Like the idea of large festival like athletic performances like wrestling. And we'll just say a football, why not? In an effort to foster a stronger connection between all the surrounding villages. Strengthen a sense of community. Union. Okay. To but performers or athletes so they may go. More of a rustic gun. connection, society, company. Festival? A rain crew. Will be used for beasts. Kisha's, grand that way. I'm trying to think of a name for them that is like a nickname pretty much. What does patron even mean? Let me look that up. No, not the drink. Well, knowledge. Searches and those who seek things lost. Cool. That. The God of Searches. Blue lights. See everything on which his lights falls. It's his reputation. All knowing. go wrong often, or he let it happen. Or he supposedly let it happen. The world. Is there any movement? On that day. Often blamed for he supposedly let it happen. Any false identities and gems. Known to take many false identities and using underhanded stratagems to fill his personal library. Knowledge. Grew obsessed. Everything there is to know. So he may prevent, alter future he seems unfit. He deems unfit, I should say. He deems unfit. Himself to this after Ishke the Oracle went stone cold mad. Not accept any help from anyone. He must learn to do it himself. Or if any catastrophe was to occur, then he may potentially be able to rely on anyone. Okay, I realize that they are very limited in terms of their how much they have going on. In my mind, they were much more fleshed out than I have them written down as. But I mean, for now, this will do, I guess. Galahad. But that's fine. I can deal with that. And then there's Ishke. That strives. Oh, perfect balance. I guess I'll just say represents instead. Represents. And perfect balance. For his left eye. Perfect balance. In Twilight. Left eye. Filled with ice. Or is filled with fire. And sees only the past. His right eye is filled with ice and sees only the future. The reason it's ice and fire is meant to be like the Big Bang is meant to be the fire, and then the ice is meant to be the heat death of the universe, pretty much. I have a few things here. Is perfected version of divination. His mind is consistently filled with everything there is to know. Once heralded as the wisest of the gods, perhaps even the leader, completely mad. Now, I have a reason for this. A reason that, like, he found something, and then that thing that he found made him go insane. But that is yet to be explained in the lore, so I'll keep that to myself. No. I could also have it be, because there's a story about Fenrir, when, which is a mythological beast in like Nordic mythology. I was also thinking that I could have a story like that. Fenrir got sealed away because of its many crimes that it committed, apparently. But when it was being sealed away, it got a hit off on one of the gods that, like, I believe took out an eye or something. So I was thinking, what if I could have Fenrir or some creature like Fenrir be sealed away? But in being sealed away, it gets off a hit that, like, damages the eyes of this god, and then when when the eyes regrow, when they fix themselves, they don't. He doesn't heal properly, and that's what makes him go insane. Like a now messed up version of divination. That sounds pretty fun. Let's go with that idea. That he sealed away a beast so foul. A beast most foul. And a beast so powerful that in its own bondage, it needs to strike at the god, ripping a chunk of his eyes out, damaging them greatly. Very long and intense healing rituals. The eyes were restored. However, they never fully... No, I want it to be twisted, however. They healed incorrectly. Never rid of the foul mark of this beast. His new eyes showed him things that no mind could bear, leading to a once great mind left rambling and useless. I got tired after that. My brain had to work overtime. Also, I wanted to do something with like the moon and sun cycle. I also have I have 4 moons. So that might get a little bit like difficult. But he's also a god of pears. Not the fruit. I don't know how to work that out. His past interactions can often seen in the beauty pears. No, not those pears. Beauty of pears. Sure, we'll go with that. That means exactly nothing, but yeah, players won't know that. Because I brought in hedonism at some point, because I figured there might as well be a god who practices hedonism. So self-indulgence, and then I have seduction and persuasion. I could add that to Alahad. Nope, not Alahad. The Harik. Using underhanded stratagems to fill his personal library of knowledge. He's not above using... Well, I also said that. Many false identities. Underhanded stratagems akin to seduction under false pretense. I don't know why I'm writing it up like a legal document, but here we are. False pretense. Manipulation. or doing a genuine favor. Fill his personal library of knowledge. There we go. That works. And then I wanted to write a little bit about a kingdom that has both the because in my current game there are two big boys pretty much that are clashing with each other, both of which are sons of the last greatest king, or the last great kingdom. Currently in modern times there are no big kingdoms. Because the entire world is like shattered and struggling to survive pretty much. And then the two sons, the last king went a little bit, as they often do apparently in fiction, but here we are. He went a little cuckoo. Ooh. Connection. I have something called the Void going on, which is like an entity akin as powerful to the gods as well. Which I could say is responsible for making Ishke insane, and the king as well. I have a lot of cases of people going, well, not a lot, I guess, but I have a few cases of people going insane randomly, which I could definitely use. Let me open up a new Word document and just start writing some stuff down. Responsible for the god going insane and the last king. So there is his two sons called the Uncrowned King and Draktail. In modern times is what they're known as, but back in the day they were both known as, where's my phone? Like Vasiliaris, Acryliaris, and like Damaris Acryliaris or something. Acroius being like their last name, right? Oh yeah, I have Draenoris, Esteliaris, and Viserius Esteliaris. Both their names. So, time for a new Word document, I guess. Or a new note. BBEG. One with Notepad. Notepad's the lovely jubbly. Right, so the king himself went a little bit mad and was bad for everything around them. And then when he died, his reign was a little cut short, judging by the lifespan that they typically have, that their race has, which I haven't yet decided. I'm thinking either some kind of elf, though elves are dead in my world, so like a descendant of the elves, because descendants still reign. Either that, or there's this race of like blue guys. That's a crazy opening. There's a race of these blue guys. But there's a race of blue people that are all about like perfecting themselves and being perfect. And they live for a long time too, so I could figure it'd be one of those races as well. Okay, but I'll probably have to put it like 1,000 years ago, because in D&D, so many creatures have such a long goddamn lifespan that everything that I want to have some kind of mystery has to be like thousands of years ago, or otherwise there's some asshole, some dwarf. It's like, actually, I'm 500 years old. I would have seen this. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'll probably just change that. Nothing is telling me that I can't just say, hey, dwarves actually live to like 150 instead of 500. Because I'm the DM. No, anyway, there's the unknown time. There's like a prehistory, and then there's the unknown time, and then there's the creation of the timekeepers. I meant to write down like timekeeping device, but I wrote down timekeepers, and now there's like kind of a small group, like a cult of timekeepers forming in my head. That would be kind of cool, but here we are. Timekeepers, and then now it's... What did I write down? Like 6,000 something? current day is 6,133 AC. And then, 1,000 years predating this. I'll just do 1,000 for a stable. 1,000 years ago, there was the last great kingdom known to man. I don't have a name for this kingdom. Well, I did, but I didn't write it down, so now I don't. We'll get to that. Last great kingdom ruled over... well, I said the last ruler. The last true ruler of this kingdom was named something. Steliaris. Let's go with Ordusis Steliaris. Sure. Start him off as a great king, yet a fierce conqueror. He was known for expanding the great empire as far and wide as he could, ensuring nothing but safety and prosperity for the people. The people that joined willingly. Once the empire had grown to encompass let's say like 54% of the earthly populations, the king grew more and more weary. Speaking of extremely paranoid or paranoia fueled ramblings. Delusions. That's the word I was looking for. Delusions. Only paranoia-fueled delusions. That no one understood. Slowly affecting, afflicting more and more to a degree that the old king was shaven away and gave rise to a ruler whom distrusted his own shadow. His tenure as king is to be cut short by an unknown assailant tenure as king was cut short. Unknown assailant. Only his two can remain. The brothers. I did actually properly write down Vasiliaris, so let me look that up in my Discord real quick. Notes. Vasiliaris. Vasiliaris. Asteliaris. And what did I name his face? Renaris. Asteliaris. A battle of... what would you call that? Battle of minds? No. Battle of ideologies. Ideologies. Quickly sparked between the two. Vasiliaris made it his mission to bring forth the former glory of the Empire by conquering the remaining lands and uniting a strong economy and prosperity. That doesn't make much sense. Uniting a strong economy and creating everlasting prosperity for his subjects. Renaris thought, hell no. Saw the damage his kingdom had done. Saw the damage his kingdom had done. Knew that the further damage caused by conquests was not worth the supposed prosperity it would bring to the Empire's residents. Engaged in warfare. Neither willing to subject themselves to the wills. This war raged on for years to come. Draining the already fractured empire. There's sources. Even further. Pushing it further and further into collapse. Towards collapse. Towards collapse. After the implosion of the Empire, neither brothers were confirmed dead, nor heard from again. Okay, there we go. Now we have both our BBHGs. Well, BBHG and then the person fighting him. I explained. I might want to change the name to Trenaris. Yeah, I should change that. Because it might give the wrong impression, so let's name him... Varus. Sure. Varus it is. Varus Esteliaris. Okay, known for the actual name of the kingdom. I could just do something along the lines of, like, the Esteliaris kingdom. The Wrongs of Destiny? I don't know about that. Because I wanted their symbol to be a three-pronged crown. Kind of like a stereotypical lich crown. Let's go for like... Go for some synonyms for prong. The three projections of destiny. It's kind of long for an empire name, isn't it? The three projections, in a meta sense, could be talking about the dad and the two brothers. But I can't be too on the nose. I can't call it something like the three projections of combat. I could call it the three projections of harmony. And then, because all three of them are trying to fight for harmony, pretty much. The king and the son, the king and Faciliaris do it through uniting everybody. Okay, actually, I could just have the old king could have inherited the 54% from his progenitor. So then we have the king who was stagnant, the son who wishes to expand, and the son that wishes to let it implode. Then we have the three projections of harmony. One thinks that harmony will come once you have conquered everything. One says that you just keep things the same as they are now, and one wishes to destroy the current kingdom. Yeah, we'll go with that. Get a fierce protector. Everything. The great empire. from the late game. Ensuring nothing but safety and prosperity for the people that joined willingly. And a respectful doubt. Yet healthy distance from other empires. And maintained a healthy while keeping up good pieces. See if harmony has a different synonym that I could use. Gotta love synonyms, don't I? I have not heard of any single one of these. Euphony, polyphony, consonance, tunefulness, melodiousness. I've heard of that. Well, that's the different kind of harmony. And then there's mellifluousness. Okay, that's not. Oh, there we go. Balance, symmetry. That's what I meant. I could also just look for peace. Okay, I could also do prosperity. Then have a synonym, so I'm not too obvious, right? If I use prosperity, both in the title of the empire and then in the explanation, it'll be a little too obvious. I have 3 projections of opulence. Success. I could go with the 3 projections of idealism. Idealism. Idealism is also impracticality. Going to Google. Or utopianism. That's a bit on the nose, huh? I guess so is idealism. The 3 projections of idealism. It doesn't really work as a name for a real kingdom. I think projections is a bit too on the nose. The 3. Three prongs. Probably should just make it like prosperity or something. Because what empire is gonna self-identify as idealism? Well, hold on. How about something like the triad of idealism? Triad synonym. Oh, here we go. Here's some words I've never heard before. The Trinity. I could do, I guess. There's triumvirate. Actually, triumvirate sounds kind of hot. Sounds kind of hot? What? I meant to say hard. But okay, the triumvirate. There's also the Turnian, the three, the threesome, the three, the triangle, the trilogy, the trine, the trinity, the triple, the triplet, the triplicate, the triptych, the troika, the way of three, the triune, the triunity. And somebody was not very imaginative when they came up with these. All of them have like tri in them. Okay, but the triumvirate sounds kind of cool. I could just have it the triumvirate. That's it. The triumvirate can replace this. The triumvirate of idealism. Now we're getting better. Symbolized by tritrons. Golden brown. I'm still not entirely sure. Still not entirely sure of idealism as the kicker there, but I think but triumvirate is really good. Yeah. Well, I'm glad we came to the same conclusion at the same time, because that's a good word. That's a strong word. I mean, I could literally just make it prosperity. Well, I could just look up prosperity. Parity. And this brings me back to the old days where I looked up just infinite amounts of synonyms. The triumvirate of opulence. That sounds kind of good, man. Even though they're not really looking for opulence, but damn, that sounds hard. Affluence could be good. Okay, what is affluence? Just wealth. Same with opulence. So. Yeah, great wealth and luxuriousness. You know what we do in situations like these? Bam, slash. Affluence. Oh, whoops. Copy paste. There we go. Nope, stop. Name them both until it comes up in game, and then I decide on the spot. I probably regret it forever too. That's all good. All right, I did have a bunch of other stuff written down here about them specifically. A 1,000 years ago, over the king started going mad. Oh yeah, the timekeepers. I guess that could be something I make, but okay, yeah, that is left it out. Okay, beyond the gods, and the upcoming. Well, it's not necessarily upcoming, but the party is learning a lot about these too. And we have a new party member coming in soon, whom will potentially have a character that was caught in some kind of magical crossfire during this war between the two sons. And, encased and, like, kept alive, pretty much, for, like, hundreds of years, until they're busted out by the party. So he could literally know this, because he saw it happen. And they know a little bit about Faciliaris. They don't know much. They don't know the name Hadvaris though yet. The party is so low level. I started them at level 1 because I figured it'd be fun to go through all the levels. But they're so weak. Like it's hard to drip feed them this information throughout the entire sessions or through the entire like adventures without them getting so interested that they want to do it like now, because it's the BBG. I can only do it like Well, you know... no. I don't think so. We might be heading into spoiler territory. Depends on what I will do next, which I'm not entirely sure about.
Slide your feet up the street, bend your back, shift your arm, then you pull it back. Life's hard,
You know, I'll keep it out of...
so strike a pose.
Actually, no, shoot. Get out of here and go.
The nights they're hanging outside the city shop. They sing and dance, drinking until they begin
Bye-bye.
to rock.
See you soon.
Overseas, their enemies, the ones that they
I wrote indulgence wrong on this file.
and the pagans know. They walk the line like Egyptians. All the nights by the smithy sign say, way-oh, 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 way-oh.
I don't want to work on
Like
next.
an Egyptian,
Oh, I should write down Ruth here. That's one of the gods as well.
like an Egyptian.
Let's do that. Son of... Alahad. Son of Alahad and Seclusus. We fear the everlasting. Could be a cool name. Then again, the party is about to get a blade that's called something the everlasting. Well, it's called the everlasting blade, so I don't want them to get confused between the two. I think that has anything to do with each other, but whatever. Sure, that's fine. So the story I have is the goddess, Seclusus, one day fell pregnant by mortal hands. Oh yeah, this was the original version. The naive goddess. Decided that they try the mortal experience. Temporarily shedding their immortal selves. While living amongst their nations, they aspects of their lives growing closer as they did. Realized what this new emotion they felt was their love. They retreated to their chambers. Spirit. Aliens. that. That the newly mortal goddess. I almost wrote it like had fallen pregnant or something, as if she fell ill. Let's not word it like that. Partaken in a different type of creation. Their fully mortal son. You know what? Let's see if we make it a man or a woman. Let's toss a coin. Toss a coin. Head's a man. Why do you... What? Head's a man. That was loud. Tails. So a woman. Mortal. Daughter. So typically it does make more sense from the Oedipus angle. Yeah, I'll probably go that way. That's much more authentic towards mythology. Their fully immortal son when... Oh, the birth went splendid. Hey. Pick up in sight the mortal gods were ecstatic. That's not how you spell that word. Ecstatic. It is? Yeah. Is it? No, it's not. To the sea. Ecstatic. Is it? Oh, it is spelled that way. Personally, I disagree, but whatever. Mortal gods were ecstatic. The bundle of joy. And I have it here, however, little Hruthier cried. Mortal illness, hunger, pain, and worst of all, and damage could befall him. I'm him. Him. I kind of have it going two ways here. I could have that she just used magic to strike pain from him, like systematically, or because there's a there's an original story with the goddess Freya, whom obviously made her son immortal, or invincible. And the way she did that is by going to talk with everything, like every bush, every type of plant, every type of weapon, etc., and making a pact with them, or just simply asking them, like, hey, don't hurt my son. Everything agreed, except for mistletoe. Mistletoe was the one, like, thing that she either didn't ask or said no. So that's his weakness, is mistletoe, so you could still kill him with that. I was thinking of doing something similar to where she goes around and asks every single thing that could harm him, and asks them not to harm. Asks them to enter a pact where they cannot harm her son. And then I still have to think of some other type of damage that, except Arcadan, probably. Like, he's the only, because, oh yeah, because, what's it called? Like, holy magic still does damage to undead things, which could be literally Arcadan's power shining through and smiting him directly. Could befall him. Either they're invincible first, and then she strikes the hunger from him. Literally just magically taking away his ability to feel hunger. Like one by one by one by one. Until he has nothing left, pretty much. But I don't know which one should go first. Would you first strike the hunger, or would you first, like, make sure that fire and swords can't hurt him? Let's go with the more obvious one first, like being stabbed. Typically hurts. One day, little Ruthia grabbed pressed his finger to a, what'd you call it? A werrow? No. A wayward nail. And cut his skin. The mortal gods scared and I'd say the mortal goddess scared and shocked by this revelation. Made every sharp object she could find. Swear a pact that they never hurt her son again. Physical stopping point. Wanted to or interested. Fire. As all kids are, you know, they just go ahead and grab. This is pretty much the same concept of, like, if a mother had the power to make her son invincible to pain, would she do it? Versus, like, I'm sure you've all heard the story of, like, children being like, I want to touch that. And then it's, you know, you tell them, no, don't. Then they still do. And then they burn themselves, and then they learn not to touch that again. But what if, instead of letting him ever touch it, she just made it so the hob or the fire could never harm him in the first place? Touch. Flame. She made the primordial hours swear to never hurt her son. Son. And what'd you call that? I almost want to call it like feminine insistence. You know, like kind of like a mother scorned kind of a deal. Is what I'm trying to type out in text. But I'm struggling. Through her beloved nature. Of being loved by all. The distance. She convinced every source of damage to enter a pact so they never hurt the son. However, little Luthier didn't stop crying. Realizing the little suffering from hunger, was preparing a meal, or was hunting for their next meal. Little son grew hungry. Started to suffer. I don't see why she wouldn't just give him food. I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, why she would just fucking feed him, wouldn't she? realizing that she wouldn't always be around to fill. Spring became too severe. Yes, she took it to strike the hunger from his stomach. Finally, from his stomach. Too hot. Struck. There we go. Struck. The temperature from his skin. When he I could mess with his taste or what? Actually, I do have some here. Oh, when he was uncomfortable, he struck the feeling. Struck the feeling. Body. Eventually. Cried, for he had nothing to cry about. However, as the mortal god's body aged, they realized the same would happen with their son. He would wither and die like a mortal. Stricken with grief. Oh yeah, that could be the soft spot. She goes to talk with time itself, and time itself goes, nah. And that's so he continues aging and like becomes a decrepit corpse that is basically like a super lich. Like the most powerful lich ever to walk the earth. Well, I'll be using that message to... I forgot to update my cloud bot last time. with something to filter out the messages from those vermin. But here we are. Stricken with grief and overflowing emotion. Force of time. Enter a pact to ignore her son. Time disagree. I'll do it like this. I'll do it like this. She begged the force of time to ignore her son. Time disagreed. And then, overflowing and stricken with grief, on herself to shackle his soul to his body. So none of the so it would his body on death. So I have nowadays Luthier still roams the lands. Forever starving. Forever dying. Actually, yet never resting. So forever starving, forever starving. Forever aging. Forever dying, yet never resting. Driven mad through the eons of cursed existence. Coming. The first undead. So, the true source. Undeath. And then he's hated by Arcdan. For he's the source of all undead. No, let's put it this way. Arcdan's hatred undead seems fueled by this event. Yes. Refuses to talk about it. Seclusus. When brought up. Snap. Alright, I don't have much about his actual personality, but just in case anybody wants this guy as their god. There you go. There's Hruthier. Well, he would be mortal. Immortal god. There we go. And you know, with that being said, I think I'll probably end the stream here. It is getting a bit late. As always, it's been a pleasure streaming for you all today. Hope you enjoyed yourselves as much as I did. And I would love to host you all in a manner once again. Speaking of hosting, though, you don't leave too quickly. I'd love to send you over to somebody else. Is anybody online? Yes. Alright. Everybody could go say hello to this fella. He's a pretty nice guy. I'm sure you'll enjoy his stream as well. And like I said, I will be... Tomorrow, I should be doing a D&D stream where I'm playing with AI as players. So there's 3 AI players and then me, obviously, DMing them. Which should be interesting. I think I want to eventually have 3 AI players go through the... oh, what's it called? That very famous dungeon. The... where you, if you touch something wrong, you get sent to the beginning, your gender changes, you lose all your items, so things of that nature. And like there's a few traps that just straight up kill you. The dungeon of something like that, but whatever. So I'll be setting that up later today to get it to work. I have the code working. I think should work. There's no warnings at least, but there's a lot of coding that I had to set up. Now all I have to do is pretty much just get the characters in order, like how I want them to act and everything. Which should be relatively easy, but we'll figure that out later. And then I should also do this, like, have a screen that is actually like a video instead of just an image, which I still have yet to do. I haven't rendered it yet, but here we are. I'll send you all over. Bye-bye. Sleep, Tony.